It is difficult to talk about the life of someone who is bigger than life, and it's difficult to describe the love of someone who loves so many people.
In the music department, we meet at the copy machines. This is where we see each other at the music department copy machines. We're always finding little studies and things that students are missing or something, so we're making copy. I ran into Charlotte, and we started to realize that Charlotte has 3 or 4 years left of her teaching here. And just out of the whim, I asked her if she would let the UNF Orchestra and me do the honor of giving her a special send-off. And she graciously agreed. And so we talked about the idea of commissioning a concerto. And so that's how this all came about.
Charlotte Mabrey is a distinguished professor. She's been our percussion professor since the late 1970s. She's been the principal percussionist with the Jacksonville Symphony. Simon came to me and he said, Charlotte, there's nobody like Charlotte. We need to send her out right, have a piece that commissioned for her to perform that really showcases her.
We discussed what would be a great piece for her to perform and to premiere. And we agreed on a composer by the name of Piotr Sepchik, who is a Polish-American and a member of the Jacksonville Symphony. He writes really wonderful music, very energetic, very rhythmic, and just lots of fun.
Everybody loves Charlotte, but it's not just because she's this great personality and civically minded. She's a very, very gifted educator. There's a very high level of student success. All of the faculty always speak with great respect about how competent and professional Charlotte's students are. And really, they get that way even as freshmen. It's not that she only takes really polished people. She takes some knuckleheads with some talent too.
My work at UNF has always been student-oriented. My favorite thing is percussion ensemble. I like that family, that sense of family, you know. And in the last movement, there's a lot of interaction between the kids that are playing and myself.
The only thing that I wish for Charlotte and for her students is that there would be some interaction between the solo percussion and the student percussion. And this is where it really came together perfectly, because you can hear in some of the clips, there are really direct contacts and interactions. Charlotte has to play off of the percussion parts, and percussions therefore answers to the solo line. So that just, for me, works out perfectly for this occasion.
Some of our students are coming from pretty dire financial circumstances. You'll talk to her students, it's like, yeah, I remember when Charlotte loaned me money for rent, or, you know, she went to bat for me when I was going to lose this grant or this scholarship. She's always ready to advocate for her students, and she's very effective at it.
One of the movements calls for you're bowing the vibraphone, and I was having troubles. I'm a little bass player. You know, you might want to consider using this kind of a bow. And just, you know, someone I would never have had opportunity to have this conversation. It was sweet, it was helpful, it was personal, all my favorite things about students. So yeah, I feel very, very much closer to the orchestra than I've ever felt before, and it's really a nice feeling. And I've been incredibly challenged by this piece, just the speed alone. I feel that they really have bucked up and felt like, yes, we're going to make this happen. And it's very encouraging to me because I can hear that energy being played because I'm right in front of them.
It really showed off Charlotte's great skill and versatility. That was fantastic. Super impressed with Piotr and the composition. I mean, it was just a magical night. And it forced us to stop and reflect and understand this is really happening. You know, Charlotte Mabrey is really retiring, and that's, I don't think we've absorbed that yet.
This was amazing. This has taken me to a whole new place as a player. So I hope it does the same for the audience.
Charlotte is a great citizen. And that's really what she values the most and what she's trying to give to her students. Even if her students don't end up being in an orchestra or teaching at a university, they're successful people and they're civically minded people. They understand service. And that's just a great gift to be able to pass on. That's a huge impact.